Yo guys, it's ARNG3000 aka Mondo, and today we are back with our 6 NBA divisions in 6 weeks leading up to preseason. So before we get started, make sure to like, share, subscribe, turn on notification bell, comment down below guys what you want to see next. And first, we're starting off with the Boston Celtics. They had a fairly busy offseason, trading away some pieces, getting in some pieces, some drafts and stuff. So without further ado, guys, this is something different. Hope you enjoy. Let's get it. Also, before we get started, none of this footage belongs to me. It all belongs to the NBA. But I'm using Tomasz Kordylewski. Sorry if I butcher your name. But this is the channel. Make sure to go subscribe to him. And let's get into this. Firstly, it is the first round pick, or pick 28 of the first round, 6'6" small forward Hugo Gonzalez from Real Madrid. So far, what I've seen from him in summer league and even in some of his play, he's a very inconsistent scorer, but he is a high effort player. He's going to probably play more of a 2 and 3 in the league. So shooting guard, small forward, playing more of a wing. And I think he has very good defensive awareness for his age. And I think that he might have the potential to be a great two-way player. But right now it's still to be seen. And yeah, let's go on to the next one. Next up, it's a player from my favorite team. They declined his player option, Josh Minot out of Memphis. He was a 2022 NBA draft selection in the second round, 45th pick. Very athletic, very, just more like a Jared Vanderbilt type, 6'8" forward. He has, fairly good three-point shot, especially in the G League. But nothing has really translated very well into the NBA so far. Which, I mean, it's all fine and dandy. I think he'll be a very good player once he develops. He's 26 years old, though, so he's supposed to be in his prime. Yeah, I mean, y'all are going to get a very good 3-and-D player there very athletic 3-and-D player there in Boston. Next is another former Timberwolf now. Luka Garza, a second-round pick in the 2021 NBA draft, originally a Detroit Piston, signed a 2-year, $5.5 million deal. He's a very high upside 26-year-old player, right? He kind of reminds me of maybe a 90s center, but he hasn't translated fully into the league yet. Very streaky from outside, but whenever he's hitting him, he's hitting him, right? He's almost like Hugo Gonzalez whenever you look at him. But yeah, I mean, he's very high upside even though he's 26. He might fit right alongside some of the later players that are coming up in the league. So this player got traded for Jrue Holiday. It's Anthony Simons from the Trailblazers. He averaged about 19.3 points, about 2.5 rebounds, I think it's 2.7, and 4.8 assists. He reminds me almost like, don't kill the messenger here, don't throw stones at him. He reminds me almost like a Shai Gilgeous-Alexander with less opportunity, right? He was on a very young, struggling Trailblazers team. They had the same record as the Suns, 36-46. But he's only 26 years old, very high potential still. He's shown that he can play alongside stars like Damian Lillard and CJ McCollum. So yeah, I think he'll be a great fit next to the other stars like Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, but we have to see. Next is the second round selection of this 2025 NBA draft. Second round, 57th overall pick, 6'5" shooting guard Max Shulga. From Ukraine, played at VCU. He's signed to a 2-way contract though, so he probably won't get playing time with the NBA team. but he just looks like a very inefficient scorer, sadly. But he can facilitate. He has an assist to turnover ratio of 14.3 in the summer league, which is insane because if you think about it, Tyrese Halliburton had a 5.5, and Chris Paul, who is known for his great assist to turnover ratio, was third in the league last year, had 14.7. Now, this was in a very small sample size, but he has potential to be, an oversized point guard, usually about 6 foot. He's 6'6" or 6'5" with a 6'6" wingspan. So he has great potential on the defensive end as well. I think he's going to be developed into a very good player. Next up is an undrafted rookie of this draft, but got traded for Gorgie Dang and 2 seconds. It was him in 2 seconds. R.J. Lewis Jr. Also on a 2-way deal. He was a very efficient 3-point shooter in the NCAA, but he hasn't had any reps in the NBA because he was injured. 22-year-old, I think he has the potential to be a high-end role player, a very athletic 3-and-D player, almost like Josh earlier. He has the potential maybe to be a small ball 4, a power forward. I just haven't seen much of him in professional reps. That's what's kind of holding me back from telling you what I think of him. But he is showing he did show potential in college, at St. Mary's, I believe. I hope. I hope I'm right. But yeah, he has fairly high potential for not playing too much. Next, it's the G League Stars starting caliber center from Toronto, Chris Boucher, that got signed for a 1-year deal. Very good small ball stretch center, stretch 5, who can play the 4 as well. He's 6'9". He's a consistent big who gives maximum effort on both ends of the floor, even if the stats don't show it. You see, on these highlights. I mean, he's a great player. 32 years old though, so he might start declining soon. But he's still showing how athletic he is, even at the age of 31, 32 last year. That's a great pickup by y'all from Boston, and I think it's going to be a very, very fun season, even if they don't win too much. Then lastly on the players, we have the Kentucky big Amari Williams. He was a second-round pick, 46th overall in the 2025 NBA draft. He's a 7-foot center with, very, very nasty blocks in Kentucky in the NCAA. And, he's a high-energy player. I think he would be very great off the bench, especially to start his career. He reminds me of Robert Williams a little bit, which kind of scares me. I don't think there's too much of an injury concern with him, but there's going to be some developing that needs to be involved, especially with stretching the floor a little bit. Especially if you watch him in college, he loves to be on the paint. He has great post moves, but we got to develop his outside game if you're Boston, and yeah. Then, of course, Joe Mazzulla signed a 4-year extension to stay the Celtics head coach, as well as notable names returning: Jaylen Brown, Peyton Pritchard, Derek White, Sam Hauser, and an injured ACL torn Jason Tatum. And now the thing is, what do I actually think about this team with their offseason moves, who they brought in and stuff? I actually think they did get worse. Obviously, Jason Tatum going down, Jaylen Brown having to take over completely all of the, all of the responsibility to the scoring load. But they still have, some players on their teams, right? And something I didn't say about Anthony Simons, he plays almost like what Derek White did with the Spurs whenever they weren't, very good, right? But they also had DeMar DeRozan on that team. But, I think that it's only going to be like a 45-win team. They're not going to be very far in the playoffs. I can see if they do try to push Jason Tatum into playing, they will be a second-round exit probably. I don't think he should play. He should just spend this year just getting healthy, getting his body stronger, better. But I think it will be a very entertaining team to watch. They have a lot of athletics athletics, a lot of athletic players. They have very versatile lineups. They can be very defensive, as sometimes they can be very offensive, fast-paced team. What you saw, that's how you compete with OKC, especially with their youth, their athleticism, everybody coming back next year. If everybody was healthy this year with the Celtics, I'm pretty sure they would be coming out of the East and still, at least putting up a fight against OKC. But I don't think they're going to be more than just a second round team at their max. They might be able to push for, a conference finals if Jason Tatum comes back 100%, doesn't slow down. But you have seen that he falls off in the playoffs a little bit. And yeah, I don't see them much better. This year they are trying to rebuild a little bit on the fly because of this injury to Jason Tatum. So I really think that they should just follow that, just rebuild, develop some of their younger talent, right? I think they have Kenneth Laughlin. Is that how you say it? Kenneth Laughlin, I think. He's there in the G League as well. So just develop your young guys, man. That's what I think this year should be, and then you'll be right back in the running next season. But yeah, those are my thoughts. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, turn on the notification bell, comment down below, guys, what you want to see next. And if you like this style, with me not showing my face so much, showing highlights, I'm editing on the fly. So if you like it, please make sure to tell me in the comments below. Make sure to be respectful in the comments. If you disagree, please be polite in the comments, and we'll see you guys next time. Peace.